It did not take long for Meghan McCain to say something both outrageous and really stupid about the about the conditions that we are holding migrant children in. Now, during discussion on those migrant children, she felt the need to bring up her dad. Take a look.
Well, it is horrific, and it's a complete and total humanitarian crisis, and we don't have the infrastructure to deal with it. Kevin McCarthy, who's the minority leader, said every member of Congress should be required to go to the southern border, and see the crisis for themselves, and they should also be required to see what's happening in these detention centers. I just want to say one quick thing. I saw, and apparently, by the way, me saying, can I say one quick thing, is now becoming a parody. That's just how I talk. It's one of my tics. I'm sorry. Calling these places torture facilities, I understand it is a humanitarian crisis. It's horrific to detain, and like you said, people in jail get soap, and people in jail get toothpaste. But I know what a torture facility looks like. I've been to one. I know, listen to me, excuse me. When you have a facility whose specific purpose is to torture people, that is not what's going on. Yes, it's inhumane, but there is a big difference between the Hanoi Hilton and what's happening at the border right now.
We should be less concerned about what we're calling them than what is happening inside of them.
But hyperbole,
I gotta tell you, I don't think it matters what we're calling them. Kids are dying inside of them.
Well,
we shouldn't play semantics with what we're calling them. We should care about the dead kids that have come out of them.
Well, my father couldn't lift me above his head as a child because of his torture wounds, so I do think hyperbole is important.
But that was a war, and they were grown-ups.
Man, Meghan McCain, master of splitting hairs. Wow. Oh, well, I mean, they're not torture camps. I mean, my dad couldn't lift me up over his shoulders. As Joy Behar expertly points out, as well as Sonny Hostin, also did a great job in this, it doesn't matter what you call them. It matters what we're doing in them. So I actually agree with that. And apparently, though, this is the hill that Meghan McCain wants to die on. Now, is there a difference between prisoners of war and migrant children? Obviously. It's about as obvious as saying that soap is part of having a safe and sanitary condition inside some of these facilities. It's also as obvious as saying that torture is wrong. But see, what McCain is not getting here, whether or not she gets it, doesn't get it on purpose or not, is that it's not hyperbolic. These camps, the cruelty is the point, right? They want to deprive migrants of basic things. Why else did the Department of Justice send their lawyer, Sarah Fabian, to argue that kids should not have beds or toothbrushes? They did, because the administration wants to do this because they think it's a deterrent. Now, it's not a good deterrent, obviously, but the reason that they're doing what we would consider torture is irrelevant because it's torture. War or not, torture is torture, right? You make kids sleep on concrete floors with a foil blanket with all the lights on, that is considered torture because it makes kids unable to sleep or anybody unable to sleep. By the way, that's one of the ways that the government tortured Chelsea Manning. And not by giving her a foil blanket, but by keeping the lights on constantly so that she could not sleep. That is considered psychological torture. Not only that, but Sarah Fabian also argued, this was during the Obama administration, by the way. She argued that the migrant children should be able to be put in solitary confinement. Oh no, it's for their protection. Solitary confinement also considered torture. Just saying, right? And so look, McCain is still playing this game of, yeah, but my dad actually went through real torture. Are you saying that? Look, again, torture is torture. I guess the degree of it doesn't really matter when you're having a conversation about what's wrong. She's saying, oh, no, that's more wrong. No, but it's all wrong. I mean, no human, again, should have to go through that. It is terrible. It is deplorable. Whether it be John McCain's torture at the hands of the Vietnamese or what we're doing to the migrant children. It's all wrong. It's all bad, and nobody should do it. But she's doing all that she can to avoid calling it what it is. And again, it's a super weird hill to die on. But conservatives are more than happy to fling themselves right on top of it. It's a super weird thing to actually say. despite her apparently being upset about the treatment of those kids. I mean, you heard what she said, right? But why not call it what it is? And not only that, but why did you have to bring your dad into it? That doesn't make any sense. It seems gross and unnecessary. Then again, I guess those are two words that could accurately describe Meghan McCain. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.